Punic Wars are going to be a series of wars that take place between Rome and the Empire of Carthage. As Rome continued to conquer more land, it brought them in contact with other civilizations. On the northern coast of Africa, there was an old outpost that was the city of Carthage. And Carthage had its own empire in northern Africa. And you could see on the map, everything that's in a orangish color is what Carthage owned at the start of the Punic Wars. So as Rome continued to spread throughout the Mediterranean Sea, they came in very close contact with Carthage, and this resulted in a series of 3 wars between the two that take place over 120 years. The first Punic War is going to be won by Rome, and Carthage is going to be forced to surrender 3 different islands that they had owned, and now they're going to be owned by Rome. And these are indicated on the map in a purplish pink color. These are Sicily, Corsica, and Sardinia. And Rome is going to grow as a result of the First Punic War. Rome completely humiliates Carthage's leader, which is Hannibal Carr, and he makes it so that his son, Hannibal, is going to promise to be an enemy of Rome forever. And this promise actually leads to the Second Punic War. The second Punic War is going to be a result of Hannibal's promise to his father. So Hannibal is going to be in charge of a very large army for Carthage. And he decides to surprise Rome and not invade Rome as they thought he would. Most people would have thought that he would have invaded by going across the Mediterranean Sea and entering the Italian peninsula. However, he decides to take a very long route to get there. He is going to go through Spain and invade Rome from the north. And he thought the Romans would never expect a northern invasion, which was the case. Because he decides to take this longer route, it's going to take him over 15 years to reach Rome. On his journey, he's going to have to go through the Alps mountains. There's very high mountain peaks on the northern part of the Italian peninsula, which makes it very hard to invade. But he does this anyway. He's going to take his men, and he takes elephants through the Alps mountains, and they climb mountain peaks that go up to 14,000 feet high. This is going to be very surprising to the Romans. First of all, most of them would have never seen an elephant before, so they are in awe by these creatures, and they also are shocked to be invaded from the north. On this map, you could see how Hannibal went about invading Rome. So he is the green line on here. So he invades from the north and heads all the way through the Italian peninsula. And during his invasion, he's going to destroy everything in his path. He destroys all crops. His army destroys all the crops that they encounter. Any large villas that were found that were owned by patricians were completely destroyed. And Hannibal and his army defeat one Roman army after another. And like I had mentioned before, the Romans are in complete shock by the elephants, which they had never experienced before. And Rome is close to losing this war, but they decide to send an army of men to Carthage to destroy it, because Carthage has their entire army on the Italian peninsula at the time. So Hannibal and his men are all in Rome at the time, and they're not going to be able to easily get back to Carthage to protect their empire. So Hannibal is going to be forced to leave the Italian peninsula to defend his homeland. And after being gone for 15 years, Hannibal's army is going to be completely exhausted, and they will be defeated by the Romans when they reach home. So Rome is going to win the Second Punic War, and they actually offer peace terms with Hannibal. So they're going to allow Hannibal to be able to live in Carthage, and they even allow him to serve as a Roman governor in Carthage. Carthage is going to have to pay huge taxes back to Rome. Hannibal accepts these terms publicly, but secretly he begins to rebuild his army so that he can attack Rome again. Which leads to the Third Punic War. In the Third Punic War, the Romans have an advantage. Rather than surrender this time, Hannibal ends up killing himself by poison. He doesn't want to surrender. And even with Hannibal dead, the Romans are still afraid of the Carthaginians. So a Roman army general named Scipio is going to destroy Carthage completely. All the Carthaginian people will either be killed or sold into slavery. And to send a clear message to Rome's other enemies, the Roman army covers all of Carthage's farmland with salt, permanently destroying their soil. At this time in history, salt was more valuable than gold, which let other civilizations know just how rich and powerful Rome really was. So Rome has now turned into a huge powerhouse, and they've let others know not to mess with this civilization. They will fight till the end, and they are powerful.